Hey, it's Dave from Kes Guitars. Real quick, we're going to talk about two Matic bridges. I'm not going to show you how to set them up in this video, but I do want to tell you one or two little quirks that I see a lot of. I see a lot of guitars when they come into me with the tailpiece of the two Matic bridge all the way down, adjusted all the way down on the base of the guitar. That may be fine, but be aware that the lower you go with your tailpiece and the higher you go with your actual bridge, you get a sharp breakover angle. The breakover angle is the angle of your strings after it passes over your saddles down to your tailpiece. If that's a sharp angle, you run into the problem where your strings rest on the back of your bridge. And that's not good because that will cause tuning problems. It'll cause string breakage. You need these strings to hover over the back of your bridge. So you can just push on them. You can feel a little give. You know they're not resting on the back of the bridge. You're good to go. You don't want the tailpiece too high because then your string is going to tend to float within that saddle, and you're going to get a real twangy sound or like a sitar type sound because your string is actually not only going to vibrate normally, but it's going to vibrate within that saddle because there's not enough tension pulling down in to hold that string in the saddle. So you don't want a flat breakover either. You want just a nice angle to pull those strings down into the saddles. Don't be afraid to get this tailpiece up off the guitar a little bit. I see the majority of guitars that come in here where this is just mashed right down on the body of the guitar. So just keep an eye on that. If you're breaking strings often, keep an eye on that, especially if they're breaking right after your saddles. The other thing I see a lot of, and I'm sure you've seen it, is the adjustment screws on your tailpiece are all gnarled up and they're all nasty looking. And instead of using one of these to adjust them and chancing scraping the guitar when it slides off, and you know it does, I even have tape over mine, but it doesn't matter. I don't use these to adjust them. I use a plain old quarter. I keep a quarter on my bench because it fits into the adjustment screws perfectly. It makes it nice and easy to turn them. If they feel like they're getting hung up, take some of the tension off your strings and they'll adjust nice and easy. Just two simple things to keep an eye on if you have a two Matic bridge. Hope this helps you out. We'll talk to you again soon.